Look, this is a bombshell interview, isn't it, Kaveh? And we haven't actually heard the vast majority of it because it's going to be released on Wednesday. How has the club reacted? I'm guessing they're not best pleased.
Look, the club are hugely disappointed with what Cristiano Ronaldo has done. This is something that he did on his own. The club were not expecting him to do this. And you cannot underestimate what he has gone and done. I mean, sometimes you read autobiographies by players who've retired, who look back 10, 20 years ago and reveal things about, you know, they didn't get on with this manager or they didn't like this and that. Cristiano Ronaldo is doing this while he is a Manchester United player, while apparently he's getting paid £500,000 a week by Manchester United. I mean, some of the stuff he's saying is incredible. He's saying that he's been forced out of the club. He's saying that he's been betrayed. He's been saying that the manager doesn't respect him and he doesn't respect the manager. The previous manager, Ralph Rangnick, he says, I never even heard of him. He, without naming the owners, he criticises the way the club has been run and the lack of investment in facilities since Sir Alex Ferguson left. The club, the management, the players are very, very disappointed about what he's done, the way he's done it, and also the timing.
You know, it's interesting, that word respect, because that was used actually by Erik Ten Hag, wasn't it, when he said he didn't bring him on out of respect for the players. So that's a key word that's been used previously with Ronaldo and his relationship with Erik Ten Hag. That's the word he's used right now. He says he doesn't respect me, I don't respect him type of thing. Do we know what Erik Ten Hag thinks of this?
Well, Erik Ten Hag is... I don't think he knows what to think anymore. He saw this coming. In the summer, he knew that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to be a big issue for him. He knew that Cristiano Ronaldo was arguably the greatest player ever. And he knew that Cristiano Ronaldo was not going to be a key player for him. He was going to be somebody who was going to spend a lot of time on the bench. So he saw these problems coming, which is why I think Erik Ten Hag would have been perfectly happy for Cristiano Ronaldo to leave in the summer. Now, that didn't happen. Ever since then, Erik Ten Hag has dealt with Cristiano Ronaldo in the same way as he deals with every other player. Every other player. Everyone is treated the same. That is Erik Ten Hag's philosophy. And it appears that Cristiano Ronaldo has not been able to accept that. And from Erik Ten Hag's point of view, to be accused of disrespecting Cristiano Ronaldo, just go back a couple of weeks. Cristiano Ronaldo refused to come on as a substitute for Manchester United in a game against Tottenham. What did Erik Ten Hag do? He dropped him from the squad for one game, and Cristiano Ronaldo was fined. He missed that game against Chelsea. Afterwards, Cristiano Ronaldo has been playing regularly and he's been starting games regularly. So as far as Erik Ten Hag is concerned, he doesn't understand where Cristiano Ronaldo is coming from. Erik Ten Hag's job is not to respect his players. Erik Ten Hag's job is he's the manager of Manchester United. He's in charge of Manchester United and his job is to get a winning team on the pitch. He's not there to babysit Cristiano Ronaldo and massage his ego. Either Cristiano Ronaldo wants to play for Manchester United or he doesn't. And if he really feels the way he feels, and he's not lying, and there's much more to come throughout this week, there is no future for him at Manchester United. That is the feeling that I'm getting.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I was listening to the radio on the way in. Piers Morgan was on it talking about what he'd said. He said there's lots more to come from this interview. He also said the timing was what Ronaldo wanted so that everyone could digest this and then they could come to a resolution. The resolution, like you just suggested, might well be that his time is up. What did you make of this timing, you know, right on the World Cup? Look,
there's two ways to look at it. One way to look at it, a word that has been used is, it's not how I would describe Cristiano Ronaldo, but I was told some people think he's acting like a coward. He's given this interview on the eve of the World Cup, when there are no Premier League games now for 4 or 5 weeks. He's given the interview and he's disappeared. Okay. So he's not going to be in the UK to face the music, to play in front of the supporters. On the other hand, you could look at it and say the timing, he's actually showing Manchester United respect because he's waited until the eve of the World Cup to say what he has said. He didn't want to disrupt the team and his teammates while they were in a run of games. So there's two ways to look at it. My understanding of the timing is that on Thursday, he was told that he was not going to be in the starting 11 against Aston Villa in the League Cup on Thursday night. At that point, he went to see the medical team at United to say that he wasn't feeling well. He had some kind of cold or illness. And United have not seen him since. So the last time they saw him was on Thursday. And the first they knew about this interview was last night after the game against Fulham. They were preparing to fly back to Manchester from London, and they found out that Ronaldo had given this interview.
It's intriguing. That's my question. I don't think this is something you'll know or anyone knows, apart from perhaps Piers Morgan and Ronaldo. When did this interview take place? I'm intrigued. Do you have any inclination of the timing of it? Could it be Friday?
That's a question you're going to have to ask Piers Morgan.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Come on, ring us, Piers, because I'm sure he's watching right now.
I'm sure that's something that will come out. But obviously, it was done recently. What was interesting is that Cristiano Ronaldo said in the summer that he was going to give an interview where he was going to tell everybody everything. He said it was going to be in a matter of weeks. Well, he has stuck to his word. It wasn't weeks, it's been a matter of months. We don't know the timing of it, but look, what happens next? I think this is such a big issue that it is not something that Erik Ten Hag can deal with. This is no longer Erik Ten Hag's problem. This is Manchester United's problem. And I think Erik Ten Hag is aware of that.
Right.
He is now going to say, look, this has got out of hands. This is a pantomime. I want this pantomime.
Good season for it.
A good season. I want this pantomime to end, but this has now got so big that it needs to be dealt with by the people who run the club and the people who own the club. I think Erik Ten Hag knew that it was going to be difficult. He's been proven right. He's done everything he can. There really is no more he can do, because how can Cristiano Ronaldo come back from this?
Well, that's the question, is it?
How can he come back from this?
Is there any comeback for this?
He can't turn around in a couple of weeks and give another interview and say, you know what, I'm really, really sorry. I apologise to Erik Ten Hag. I apologise to Ralph Rangnick. I apologise to the Glazers. I apologise to Wayne Rooney. This is a 90-minute interview he's given. This is him speaking from the heart. This is what he feels. If it's what he feels, fine. But I can't see how he can be a Manchester United player going forward. And I think as far as Erik Ten Hag is concerned, he has done everything he can. There is no disrespect towards Cristiano Ronaldo as far as he's concerned. He's dealt with a player who he respects, but he knows he's 37. He knows his best days are probably behind him. He knows that he's not going to be the first name on his team sheet. And I would go back to him refusing to come on as a sub against Spurs and what Erik Ten Hag did after that. He dropped him for one game and then he was straight back in the starting 11. And he's been playing pretty much regularly until Thursday, when he was told that he wasn't going to be playing against Aston Villa.